exactly. And one thing that I've noticed, Nick, is that we're not taught this stuff in school,
Oh
you
no,
know,
no, not
and
me.
then as soon as you get out, quote unquote, become an adult and get out in the real world, the first thing the
Mm-hmm.
colleges do is have tables set up with all the credit cards you could possibly
Yep.
want. And
Mm-hmm.
that starts you down that deadly spiral.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Infinite Abilities Podcast. I am your host, Nick Yerhart, and we are here to encourage each other to find our own unique abilities. Let's go. All right, everyone. My guest today is incredible, and I can't wait for her to share her story and her journey, and for you all to learn from her. So, Kristie, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, my name is Kristie Reph. I am the owner and CEO of InSpirit Financial Coach. I actually am the psychologist for your wallet.
Ah, I like
And
that.
I love that. So, what I do is I teach you how to get your money going where it's supposed to go and it
Mm-hmm.
not telling you where it's going. You have to tell
Yep,
it where to go.
exactly.
So, a little bit about my story is I was $290,000 in debt, consumer debt,
Mm-hmm.
which means not my house.
Oopta.
And I got out of that debt by just paying things off and keeping to my budget and
Mm-hmm.
sticking my nose to the grindstone.
Mm-hmm. That's incredible, and that's a lot of debt to get out of. That's huge. So yeah, you definitely know what you're doing. So basically, you took your experience and you're like, hey, I know how to do this, so now I can help others do the same.
Yes, exactly. So that led me to helping others. And then I was like, oh, well, maybe some of the people out there in the US and across the world would need more help than just my
Mm-hmm.
friends and family. So that's why I
Mm-hmm.
decided to make coaching part of my journey.
But that's awesome, and I good for you, because it's kind of like we take a bad situation and we find the positive in it. So that's basically what you did.
Definitely. And I've actually helped a lot of people with just my story. So,
Yep,
I'm here for that as well.
exactly, exactly. So can you tell us a little bit more about your story?
Well, by trade, I am a nurse. So
Okay.
in 2014, after I got my nursing degree and I got my bachelor's in nursing, I decided that I'd had enough of the debt. And my husband and I went on the road to becoming a traveling nurse. And
Mm-hmm.
my husband stayed home. Went with me, but did not pick up jobs at my contract. So
Yeah.
we thought that it was just best for him to take care of me on a full-time basis, and he said that was a full-time job anyway.
Yep. Yep.
So the contracts are 3 months usually, so we were
Mm.
moving like every 3 months on average.
Wow.
Some of the contracts were longer, and we
Mm-hmm.
decided to stay in an area a little bit longer. But I've been all over the country, so it's actually been a very rewarding journey.
Yep. It sounds like it. I mean, it's difficult also to move around all the time, but it's also really, really cool to get to experience new places all the time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's awesome.
And before my husband and I, this is my second husband and I got married. I was
Mm-hmm.
a survivor of domestic violence from my first husband,
Mm-hmm.
and I was 16 and pregnant and had to get married and the whole 9 yards. So that kind of
Wow.
put me behind the eight ball as far as the finances go way back when I
Mm-hmm.
was a teenager. So, you
Yeah.
know, it's been a long journey, but it's a very rewarding one, like I said. like I said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It sounds like it. And you've got the strength and resilience that you need to be a coach now. So that's awesome.
Yes. Thank you
That's
so
awesome.
much.
Yeah. So Yeah, can you tell us more about how you help people?
Yeah, I actually help people start looking at not only their budget and their finances, but their
Mm-hmm.
marriage. I do a lot of mindset work kind of behind the scenes on their behaviors because a lot of
Yep.
people don't realize that the money is not just the black and white on paper. It's
Mm-hmm.
about the behaviors that are behind why you're spending and what you're spending your money on.
Yeah, it is, and yeah, to have the right mindset around money is so important. Like, because it's kind of one of those things where a lot of people, the way we were raised, is basically if you have money, you spend it, and a lot of people they're always like, oh, I need to make more money, but if you don't have the right mindset and you don't know what to do with the money, it doesn't matter how much money you make, you're still gonna be broke because you're still gonna spend all of it. It's like you gotta change yourself. You gotta change your spending habits and learn where to put that money, and then eventually get to a point where you have your money work for you. Like every dollar can be a little employee making you more money. That's kind of the goal that everybody should have. You know?
Exactly. And one thing that I've noticed, Nick, is that we're not taught this stuff in school,
Oh
you
no,
know,
no, not
and then as soon as you get out, quote unquote, become an adult and get out in the real world, the first thing the
mm-hmm.
colleges do is have tables set up with all the credit cards you could possibly
Yeah,
want. And
mm-hmm.
that starts you down that deadly spiral.
It does, and yeah, we are not taught anything financial in school, or at least nothing useful. you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
it's and we're taught to you know go to college. Well, bam, you got that right there, and then go get a job. So okay, now you're working. Oh, now it's time to buy a house. Well, more debt. Oh, now you can start a family. More debt. And it's just a never-ending cycle. So, for the people that can break free from that cycle and learn how to manage their money, what to do with it, and how to build wealth with their money, they're so much further ahead than everybody else.
Exactly. And that's kind of one thing I realized when I was in my nursing journey was that I really can only help what we call the head in the bed. And that means,
Mm-hmm.
only the person that's sick can I help.
Yep.
And I had an aha moment when I was going through this process that with being a financial coach, I can teach generations, not just the person that I'm sitting in front of or the person that I'm
Yep.
helping in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've already proven it with myself and my clients. My one
Mm-hmm.
client that I have, I tell the story of all the time. She had his 14-year-old son, and she never looked at her finances at all.
Mm-hmm.
And when we started working together, it was only a matter of a few months, and she's already teaching him how to start managing his money. And
Yep.
it's she thought of her finances as this big monster in the closet, and I said, "Oh no, honey, he's going to be like Sully, the big blue monster on Monsters Inc. You're going to get out and you're going to dance with him, and you're going to be excited about it."
Yep. Yep. That's awesome. I love that. Amazing. So, like, what would be one tip that you would give people who have accumulated a lot of debt?
My first tip is to start looking at everything you have. That's
Mm-hmm.
the biggest step is that people are in denial of how much debt they're actually in. And when
Yep.
you start writing it out or putting it into a spreadsheet, it becomes real. And
Mm-hmm.
that was my problem too. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
truly know all of my numbers until I started putting it into an Excel spreadsheet. And then it was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, you start adding up the monthly payments on everything, and it's like, Oofta. I know that because I'm currently going through that. I'm currently fixing my debt situation, but I I got I got I got a thing going, and it's gonna get all paid off here within the next couple of weeks. So we're good.
Very good.
But
Very
yeah,
good.
I had to just figure out like what options I had. What was the best outcome or the best tool to use to eliminate that's not gonna cost me more in the long run. So it's kind of a but once you figure out little tricks, it becomes like, oh, okay, this is what I gotta do, and I gotta stick to it. This plan that I'm creating, like, I gotta stick to it. I gotta be disciplined. I can't just go out and spend money now. Just because I take care of most of my debt doesn't mean that I can spend more. You know, so yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, when you write it all down, and then you're like, oh, that's a lot. We
Mm-hmm.
should take care of that.
Yeah,
So
exactly. At one
awesome.
point, I was paying out $1,250 a month in
Hmm.
interest.
And interest alone,
Mm-hmm.
oops,
Yes.
that hurts. That
Yes.
hurts because it's not going to your principal. That's just
No.
interest. Like, yeah, that's the worst when you see that. It's like, okay, most of what I pay is interest, not even going towards what I actually owe. Yeah, it sucks. It really
Yes.
does. And it
Yes.
doesn't take long to get to that point either.
No.
It doesn't. Like
Nope.
if you don't pay attention, it adds up quick. You know.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
that's awesome. So awesome. Um, yeah, I love what you're doing. It's so helpful. I know that from my own experiences, and you know, hearing your story just helps a lot with people to understand. Like, hey, if she can do it, I can do it. So, everybody, if you're in a tight situation, reach out to Kristie right now because she can obviously help you out.
Yes. And in a short amount of time. People think it takes a long time, but really it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't.
Yep, that, that's awesome. So, uh, my slogan is "Your abilities are infinite." What does that mean to you?
My ability, I have really taken that kind of to heart here recently because my abilities are infinite as
Mm-hmm.
long as I get out of my own way.
Yep,
You know,
exactly.
that's what a
Yep.
lot of people have the issue with is that old record playing in your head of you can't, you're not enough.
Yep.
Uh, how are you doing this? That sort of
Mm-hmm.
thing. And it flows over into finances as well. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you'll never get out of debt. Oh, you'll
Mm-hmm.
never get out of a car payment. Oh, you'll never get out of a house payment. That's not
Mm-hmm.
true.
No, no.
So that's absolutely a true statement, and it is definitely the guiding um, statement that I'm using currently.
Awesome. I love that. Thank you so much.
No problem.
So, where can everybody find you if they want to reach out, if they want to work with you? What do you have to offer?
I have my website is at christy.inspiritfinancialcoach.com,
Okay.
and I'll give you all that information so you can have it in
Yep.
the notes and all.
Yep.
Um, and then I'm also on Facebook at Kristie Reph, Instagram Chris Reph, and TikTok is at Traveling Financial Coach.
Awesome.
And then
And
I also have a LinkedIn profile at Kristie Reph.
cool. Awesome. So yeah, I'll drop all of those in the show notes so everybody can find you. Do you have any last words of wisdom?
Just to say that If you think you can, you can.
I
And
love
that
that.
is the guiding light, like I said, and the guiding principle that I'm living with and
Hmm.
helping people to realize currently.
Hmm.
Everybody tells you, oh, you can't, and that's not true.
No,
It's just a
it's not.
matter of focusing on what you want and your goals. And that's another thing that, I talk to with my clients is getting goals set up. What do you want to do? What is your
Hmm.
aspiration?
Exactly. I do the same thing with my clients. First thing, let's figure out what your goals are. And a lot of people don't have any goals. It's like you gotta have goals. You need a reason to get up in the morning and work towards something. That's why I have big, huge goals because I can strive for them for years. Like I know I'm not gonna reach them anytime soon, and that actually excites me because I can just keep working every day. You know. So yeah,
Exactly.
thank you so much. This was really great.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
If you enjoyed this show, please go ahead and share it on your Instagram story and tag me here, the Nick Yerhart. Also, go ahead and share it anywhere else that you see fit, because the only way that I can grow this is by you guys sharing it. I don't sell anything on here. I don't have any sponsors, so let's just get it out there by word of mouth and help more people. Alright, everyone, remember your abilities are infinite.